Hello natural beauties, welcome to my channel. My name is Nat and today we're doing another non-spoiler book review. We are also encouraging you to support your local library. Today's book review is on Gods of Jade and Shadow by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, and for some crazy reason I thought this was a book about vampires. However, it is not. Now, this book is $25 US and $36 Canadian for the hardback, and it has 334 pages and 35 chapters. I love when someone can write in a manner that just completely removes me from where I am at the time and enters me into a completely new world. Now, I do love horror and sci-fi, but I get a little awkward when it comes to romance. So when I read something a little romantic, I'm just like, this is kind of weird. Like, why am I reading this? You know, I like something that's going to keep me on the edge of my seat. And even though I thought that this was about vampires, and it's not, it is very much about the resurrected undead. And so I do get a little bored, or I can check out a little bit when a story is about a chosen one, because in all honesty, we're not all chosen ones. Like, we get it, you know, there are few that are chosen, and otherwise, you know, to get a story to a point where someone is not the chosen one, but it gets you to the point where there is a turn in the story that you may not expect. It's like, okay, well, did that person have to be the one, or could it have been anyone? It's just a matter of thought and a process to get there. So I thought it was really interesting that the heroine of this particular story, she wasn't necessarily the chosen one, but her way of thought and the way that she lived her life under the circumstances of which she was born, I thought it was interesting. It takes place in like the 1920s to the 1935s, and it deals a lot with machismo. It deals with women being able to vote but still not having a voice, and almost like that privilege being taken away from them. Now, one of the things that I really liked about this particular book is that a lot of the mythology in this book is based on Mayan mythology, and so the glossary gives you like vocabulary. I mean, it's a glossary, you know, so it gives you some direction of what particular words mean, and so I really liked that. But I mostly appreciated how the heroine of this story wasn't a chosen one, and yet she was still able, in a sense, to get the job done. Now, it did end in a manner that could lead to another book, but I understood not only where this was going, but there were flashes of possibilities, like, could this possibly be where the story and the plot is leading? Or, okay, well, it could also branch off into this other area. And so I thought that it was an easy read. And I know that I said that about my last non-spoiler October spooky read, but you know, I want to say Octavia, Sylvia Moreno Garcia, she has written books that have been acclaimed before, and I did read Mexican Gothic, and I do think that I preferred that one, but this was a different kind of story, and so this was an easy read. I mean, it was a page turner. I wanted to see what happened next, and so I thought that this was definitely a book that was worth reading. It wasn't nearly as scary or spooky as I anticipated for the month of October, but still a fun read. So let me know the books that you have read by Sylvia, and also the books that you recommend. Like I've said, I've only read 2 by her. There is another one that I want to read. I think that one's about vampires. I don't know what to tell you. Anne Rice has just poisoned me forever. Well, Anne Rice and Stephen King, you know, they have poisoned me forever for vampire novels because I have a certain bar now. But on talking about that, I know that Sylvia Moreno Garcia does have a book called Silver Nitrate that is supposed to be about vampires. For whatever reason, I thought this was about vampires as well, but let me just say it is about the resurrected undead in a way, you know. But so I do want to get to Silver Nitrate. Again, that wasn't available at my particular library, but let me know, what have you read by this particular author? What do you recommend? What didn't you like? And just in general, what kind of book do you recommend? So thank you all so much for joining me. Just know that I am sending you positivity, and I hope that you are doing what you love, and I also hope that you are supporting your local library. Bye, y'all.